I'm a black American. I'm proud to be a black American. I am proud of my race. I am proud of who I am. I have a lot of pride in who I am and dignity.
Why is it racist to be patriotic? When did that happen? Because it kind of crept up on us. Being a proud American is racist. At least that's what they tell us in the news and in every comment section. It's kind of crazy. It's like, why can't I be proud to be an American?
Newsflash, all American imagery is black imagery. Black stories are American stories. Black history is American history. Black culture is American culture. There is no us without America, and there's no America without us.
One of the things that always pisses me off when people try to act as if black Americans have no fucking culture and as if we don't know where we come from. Baby girl, my mama, my grandma, my big mama, my granny's mama, and my granny's mama all came from America. I'm American. And see, it wasn't until I went through my enlightenment phase when I denounced Christianity and I started actually learning about America and learning about the world and learning about the true contributions of black Americans to the society outside of chattel slavery and outside of the civil rights movement, in which I became proud to be a black American. See, I hate using this word sometimes, but the resilience of my people is astonishing. The things that we actually went through. If you've never actually read about true slavery, you need to as a black person, because then you will understand why a lot of us feel the way we do about a lot of different things. And I had this theory when I was going through my enlightenment phase that the reason in which they try to make us feel as if we are just Africans who just were like put here is because you won't fight for what is yours. You won't fight for your rights. See, this country was built on the backs of our people. And until we truly understand that and we started using that as a force for us to fight and to band together, we will continue to be as if we're lost, because you can say what the hell you want to, but black Americans are from America.
So can black people truly be proud to be American? It's a question that is really causing a lot of debate on the internet. And in a country built on stolen labor and broken promises, pride can feel complicated and even dangerous. But is it possible to hold both the pain and the pride? Stay tuned, because today we are unpacking what it really means to be black and American in 2025.
100%. That I'm happy to be American, man. As I watch on TikTok and I watch what's going on over there in Israel and Iran, the beef between them, whatever's going on, you know, they sending actual missiles and shit like that, killing people and stuff like that. And I must say, man, I know America, over here in America, we have our issues and things like that, but it's nothing like what's going over there. It's nothing like what's going over there. I know in America we have the racial disparities and things that have set black people back in the past, but it's nothing compared to what's going on over there. You know, we never had to worry about if we're going to be safe because the government is tripping. Never had to worry about that. Well, not in the aspect of fucking bombs being shot over, but outside of that, as far as my life, you know, I must say, man, I'm happy to be an American.
It always blows my mind when I hear people who live in a country like America talking about oppression, or more specifically, how they are oppressed, right? As if they don't live in a country where literally billions of people across the planet are trying to make their way into countries like this one. I mean, I'm talking about people trying to break in. They will get on boats and travel the 7 seas in order to get to a place like this one. And yet we have people who are born into this privilege and cannot see it for what it truly is. And maybe I have the advantage of being an immigrant. I was born overseas. I was born in Africa, and we had the opportunity to come here. Keyword, opportunity to come here through the green card system. And it took 10 years for me to get naturalized. And, one of the greatest days in my life was becoming a citizen of this country. And within the entirety of the time that I've lived here, it's almost been 20 years now, I'm mind blown to see these people who continue to perpetuate this narrative of their oppression. Like, we got phone calls with folks back home who haven't had a job in 15 years because there are no jobs. Like, there is no money. We continue to send money back and forth because it's just not there. The opportunity does not exist. They have to create it from nothing while having the resistance of a totalitarian government, actually. And yet in this country, today, if I wanted to, I could, turn on my camera, film a video, put it out to the rest of the world and make a living from that. That's my level of oppression.
I really love between Ryan Coogler, Beyonce, and Kendrick Lamar. They are openly stamping this is Black America. We are Black Americans. We are here. We have culture. We have our identity, and y'all can't steal it no more.
So here's something that came up on my FYP. Are we still African Americans at this point? And before anybody gets mad, this is not a take. It's a question. I'm legitimately asking. Most ethnic identities in the U.S., like the Irish Americans or the Italian Americans, they fade after a few generations. And according to some studies, by the third generation, most people stop identifying strongly with their ancestral roots. They still might celebrate the food or the holidays, but for the most part, it just becomes symbolic, right? And then they just say Americans. Some of them do still claim the Irish or the Italian, but Americans. But that's not how it works for us. Many Black families in this country have been here a lot longer than some white ones, 7, 8, or 9 generations deep. And still, the African and African American stays. Even though we don't know the country, the tribe, the language, even though the actual link was violently severed. So the question becomes, is it heritage? Is it race? Or is it the only category that we were ever offered? And does it still fit? No right or wrong answer here. Not saying what it should be, I'm just wondering out loud. How long does it take before a label is considered outdated? Or do some labels stick because the system won't let it go? Does African American still feel like a connection? Or has it become a placeholder for something that we were never allowed to fully define? What do you think?
So let's be real. Being Black in America has always been a paradox. And this is a country where your ancestors were enslaved, your culture was stolen, and your dignity was legislated out of existence. And yet somehow you're expected to salute a flag and sing about liberty and justice for all. So when someone asks, are you proud to be American? For sure, the answer isn't usually simple. It's layered, it's heavy. On one hand, Black Americans have contributed to every fiber of this nation's greatness, from building the economy through unpaid labor to investing cultural movements that shape the world, hip-hop, jazz, civil rights, athletic dominance. The blueprint of America has always been Black, and yet our patriotism is questioned, our protests are demonized, and our pain is often met with gaslighting. So if you don't like it here, leave. That's the go-to response from a system that benefits from your silence, not your truth. But here's the thing, pride always doesn't mean perfection. Black pride in America isn't about blind loyalty to a flag. It's about resilience in the face of betrayal. It's about redefining what America could be. True protest, true perseverance. You can love what your people have built and criticize the nation through continued and when you're undervalued. So can Black people be proud to be American? Maybe not in a way we were taught in school, but in a way we show up, survive, and strive every day. That's not pride, that's power.